You just have to advocate. So I continued to fight. And I'm so glad I advocated for myself, because when I finally went and had the scope, they found out that the cancer was back. And of course, by then it was stage 4. Well, I was actually kind of diagnosed by accident. I had dealt with gastrointestinal issues, and I was seeing a doctor regularly to try to control the symptoms. And after my previous dilation, and I went in to see the doctor, and she said, it's not time yet. We really can't do it. And I said, well, I've got to do something. I can't swallow any food. And so she set up tests and had a swallow study, and she said, oh yeah, you need a dilation. So went in for what I thought was a routine endoscope dilation. And when she went in, she found a tumor. So it was sent off to different labs just to confirm, but then it came back as adenocarcinoma of the gastric cancer. So when I was diagnosed, it happened, I was blessed in the sense that it happened pretty quickly. I live near a cancer center, and so I was in to see an oncologist and do a PET scan and a laparotomy and everything very quickly. So I did 4 rounds of chemo, and then I had a total gastrectomy surgery that kind of didn't go as planned, but luckily I had a surgeon who I feel saved my life, and it was a 15-hour surgery, and they removed as much as they could, put in a J tube, and then I took about 6 to 7 weeks to heal from surgery, and then I did another 8 rounds of chemo. I had my 3-year mark in March of this year, so it's a little bit over 3 years, and I went almost a whole year thinking that I had no evidence of disease. I have poorly diffused, so it doesn't show up on scans. And I knew in myself, the way my body was, how I felt, that something was not right. And I could tell that the cancer was back. And I would go to my doctor, and he would say, oh, it's just in your head. You're having anxiety, and you just have to advocate. So I continued to fight to get scans and to be taken seriously, and actually went back to my original gastroenterologist to do another scope. And I'm so glad I advocated for myself, because when I finally went and had the scope, they found out that the cancer was back. And of course, by then it was stage 4. So my biggest message is to advocate, and you need to speak up and do whatever it takes to get the test, to get somebody to take you seriously, because the sooner it can get diagnosed, the bigger chance you have of surviving it, saving your life, or living more life than you're, might be expected to live. So just to advocate for yourselves and to reach out to organizations like Hope for Cancer, and there's different gastric cancer organizations. There are just so many people that are going through it. It's good to talk to people that know what you're going through and know how you're feeling, to have that support. That's just been wonderful. Family and friends have been so helpful with me through this journey, and I believe in the power of prayer. I've had people all over the country praying for me. But the one thing that's really helped me is I'm an animal lover. When I was healthy enough and feeling okay, I went to a shelter and got a dog. Her name is Maisie May. She really brought life back to me. It's a roller coaster ride. There's days where it's hard and it's tough, but there's days when I feel strong and I feel hopeful. And what's most important is for people in my generation or younger, or people that get diagnosed years from now that are older, that there's research and science out there to really help people beat this cancer and survive as long as possible.